This is a brief walkthrough of the Jive for Outlook and Jive for Office connectors from the perspective of a sales rep. Here inside of Outlook, where I spend a lot of time communicating with customers and prospective customers, and maybe people inside of the company, various departments, I can get social context to email so that I can see at a high level the person's contact information, what role they have inside or outside of the company, and their title. And this can come from the Jive community and or LinkedIn, so that I can put a face to the name. I can get high-level background information about people that are sending emails to me. I also can search across all of my Outlook to see other conversations I may have had with Rohan here in this case, other appointments or meetings that we've had, and also all the content in the Jive community that he's created. So if he's creating documents, discussions, working on projects, I can see all of his recent activity, what he's currently focused on, so that I have a lot more information about Rohan and who he is and what he's currently important to him and working on. In this case, he may be asking me as an external user for some case studies or customer references, and I may not be able to answer this question on my own. One of the things that I can do in Jive for Outlook is search the Jive community for existing discussion threads or other content that may help me answer this question. So I can start to search case studies from my email, and it's using Jive Super Search technology to not only search across my email and my appointments and my calendar, but all of my community content as well. So I can see any existing questions and discussions that people have had around case studies. I can see any content that has been created around case studies, maybe by the marketing department, and I can immediately access all the community content and discussions around those content from my Outlook. So whether those are documents, whether those are PowerPoints or discussion threads, I can access all the community content without having to leave my email. If I'm not able to answer the question or find information here that can answer my question, I may want to post a brand new question inside of Jive. One thing that I can do is I can take that email thread and I can just convert it simply into a Jive discussion. So I can click here on convert this to a Jive discussion, and it would take the email thread, convert it into a discussion thread, and I can start to bring in others like marketing or products into the discussion to help me answer this question. I can also post a brand new discussion thread here from Outlook, so users can start a new Jive discussion. They can create a status update or direct message here from Outlook. And I can also take an RFP, for example, or other attachments that are coming through email and upload those directly into the community. So in this case, if I receive an RFP, I can simply take that attachment and upload it here into my deal room. For instance, if this is an RFP related to an account or opportunity I'm working on, I can post this in my deal room, and immediately everybody that's helping me on that deal can have access to it, and I can start to bring others in and start to assign tasks to them and helping me and complete this RFP. So now I've just taken this attachment and I've posted it into a new discussion thread inside of Jive, and I've mentioned people to help me that can either receive these updates in email as well, they can access it through the community, or they can access the document directly in Jive for Office as well, which we'll take a look at here in just one second. Last point I just want to touch upon is just staying up to date with existing content. So as a user of Jive, I can subscribe to community updates. So for example, I may be following the product space inside of the community. So I'm pushed email updates every time there's new releases related to products that I'm selling. Here I have, again, the social context around not only the person who created the blog, but every person engaged in this blog or discussion thread in Jive. And I have the full social interaction here with liking it, sharing it, commenting, and replying to other users' comments. So I can see all the threaded discussions and social content here from my Outlook. I can start new community content, and I have the social context or pane into the people that I'm working with to have more and better social context around that. Lastly, if I'm taking that RFP and I'm working on it across multiple teams in the company, I can work on that with Jive for Office. So here we also bring social context to document collaboration. On the right-hand side of the pane, we can see the social bar here, which is allowing me to see the description of this document, information around all the versions that exist. So I see all past versions. I can view those past versions when they were published. I can see any comments that have been posted around this document and add new comments and reply to existing comments. And I can manage the document as far as seeing the current version or replacing current versions. So here I can start to work with multiple people. I can work on the same time as this document as others on the team, and we can manage those changes and versions here together instead of having to email versions back and forth and someone having to consolidate that at the end. We can manage all of that here through Jive for Office.